Hello and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Okwogo. The NYSC scheme was created to reconstruct, reconcile, and rebuild the country after the Nigeria Civil War. The NYSC objective of national integration can never be overemphasized. This is why prospective corps members are posted to states outside of their states of origin. This is to instill in our youth the values of nationalism, patriotism, loyalty, and accountable leadership. On today's episode, we would feature 3 ex-corps members who have integrated into their states of deployment, created businesses, and are active members of the community. Don't go anywhere. We would be right back. On the news today, no palliatives in NYSC orientation camps. Stop attack on our facilities, said the Director General, NYSC. The Director General, National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, has appealed to people to stop the attack on NYSC orientation camps in search of palliatives. He stated this when he led the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Mohammed Adamu, on inspection of the NYSC FCT orientation camp Kubwa, Abuja, vandalized by hoodlums in search of palliatives. General Ibrahim, who condemned the invasion of the camp, added that there are no palliatives in any of the NYSC orientation camps in the country, as the mandate of the NYSC scheme is to groom graduate youth to become role models and contribute their quota to the development of their fatherland, and not warehousing and distribution of palliatives. He appealed to members of the public to report anyone seen with any NYSC property that was looted. President Buhari commended youth as agents of social change. President Muhammadu Buhari has commended the pivotal role played by Nigerian youth as agents of social change, economic growth, and sustainable development. He said his administration believes in the Nigerian youth as they deserve recognition. President Muhammadu Buhari stated this during the maiden edition of the 2020 National Youth Day celebration with the theme, Invest in the Youth, Secure Our Future, held at the conference hall of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. He advised the youth to join his administration in meaningful dialogue in order to chart a way forward towards a positive reform needed by the police and other security services. President Buhari stated this during the maiden edition of the 2020 National Youth Day celebration with the theme, Invest in the Youth, Secure Our Future. Speaking at the event, the president affirmed his confidence in the indivisible nation and its future, adding that Nigeria has the collective ability to drive to overcome its challenges. The president also said that youth must be encouraged and groomed to take key roles in politics, business, and other spheres of life. Welcome back. Our first story is an ex-corps member, Maduagunam Ephraim Undubisi, an optometrist from Anambra State who served in Kogi State and has remained in the state. He now owns and operates a thriving private medical practice. Let's take a look.
Hello viewers, I hope you are enjoying the program. I'm Dr. Madaguna Ephraim Ndubisi, an ex-corps member from Anambra State that served in Kogi State. You can see I'm still holding my NYSC certificate, so precious to me. You are welcome. I got admission into University of Benin to study optometry, which I studied for 6 years. And then I proceeded to Lagos for my internship or housemanship, which I did for a year. That was 2008. In 2009, that was February. So we were called to the camp. So I was in Asaya camp. That was 2009. We stayed there for, I think, a month plus. So we were posted. So I was hearing different towns, local government in Kogi State. Then finally I was sent to Lokoja, which is the state capital of Kogi State. To be precise, my place of primary assignment was Federal Medical Center, Lokoja, which I came and met some people that I've not met before. We stayed for a long time. I served well. I did my best. I tried to be friendly with people around. So after the service year, I was a locum staff for like 4 or 5 months. Within that 5 months, the hospital advertised, so I applied. I was taken. So that was 2010, because I passed out 2010. I was taken 2010, so I continue working with FMC. Then by 2000 when I was confirmed, after 2 years I was confirmed, then I moved to start my own practice, which is where you people are now. So I started my practice, that was 2015. I started my practice as an optometrist. I've practiced now as a private practitioner for like 3-4 years. So I'm still in Lokoja, Kogi State. Then I equally proceed to add more feathers to my cap. And actually I'm in the College of Optometry doing residency in low vision, which I'm in my finals now to defend the thesis. So my journey in Kogi State has been a beautiful one. I'm actually married with 4 kids. God has been faithful. And it was NYSC that brought me to Kogi State. And since then, I've stayed back. And I've not regretted being a core member that served in Kogi State. I was now having Kogi State in mind. But when the FMC job now came, I said, okay, since I'm in FMC, I have to be in this state for a while. So I got married. My wife is from my state too. So she's with me here. And we are all together in Kogi State. I'm fulfilled. You know, and there's an adage in Igbo land is that is the knife you have that you use to shake people. So my own knife that I have, I'm using to shake people is okay for me. So I'm satisfied, I'm contented. At least I'm working in FMC. I have a private clinic too. I have about 4 staffs that are working under me. And thanks to NYSC. If not because of NYSC, I might still be in Lagos by now. Because I knew when I wanted to go for NYSC, initially I wanted to dodge the program. It was my brother that called me and I said, why not go? That you might need it tomorrow. So that's what prompted me coming to Kogi State to serve. So generally I'm fulfilled. Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
Truly remarkable how the NYSC is a catalyst to the career advancement and lifelong sustenance of core members across the country. We move to ex-core member Atufe Obaro, a prolific photographer who hails from Delta State and served in Kogi State. Just like Undubisi, Obaro has found fortune in Kogi State and has established a flourishing photography studio where he has also trained 7 core members and members of the community in photography. Let's go. Let's meet Obaro.
My name is Atufe Obaro. I am from Etiop West, okay, Delta State. I graduated from Delta State University, BSc Mathematics. When I got into NYSC, first I met Reverend Tayo. He was in charge of OBS back then. So I actually went to camp to tell you how much I love photography with my camera. They asked us not to go with anything, but I couldn't leave my camera. So I went with it. So I was opportunity to meet him. I told him, this is what I do. He was like, we have a place you can do this, your photography, or come and join us at OBS. So that's how the relationship started, you know. So we started covering activities in camp. NYSC created that platform for me because I had easy access to core members. And there was a time the idea also came up, this thing that they are doing, SAED, I can do it too. So I went back to Reverend Tayo. He was like, meet this lady in charge of Mama SAED. Then Mama SAED, so she asked me to meet her, and I met her. And she was like, you can do this very well. I said, yes, it's what I've done all my life. So that's how it all started. And we started training core members. Even as a core member, I've served like 5 months and I'm already training core members. I didn't want to go for NYSC. Even as I didn't want to go to school in the first place. Because it was my uncle that told me, Barry, you have to go to school, leave this business thing and go to school. So it was like my attitude. I didn't want to, what is this disturbance now? Let me just focus on this, my business, you know. But I didn't come. I went to know people like Mr. Moazo. He has been an amazing person. He's more than a friend. I want to know my mama here, Mrs. Suji, you know. I want to know my SAED mama. I want to know a lot of persons that have greatly impacted me. Mrs. Ifeoma, my present SAED mama, you know. They relate with me like this is a family. It's not like I'm relating with my superiors. As in, we talk on all grounds, we talk about everything, and they have really been of great help to me. I would know a lot of core members. I've trained a lot of core members, so I've trained a whole lot of people, and they have really impacted me to see that I need to do more. It was easy for me because NYSC came into force. So as I was training core members, they were coming, they were having birthdays. So even as a core member, I could recall vividly, I covered like 2 big weddings from referrals from core members, you know, covered 2 big weddings. So I would say NYSC has really impacted me greatly. They didn't give me money, but they gave me something bigger than money.
I got to camp on the 28th of November. Yes, I actually wanted to serve in Far North, but I was posted to Kogi, never knew Kogi. I got to camp and discover everybody how to wear white and rule and regulation, the military and the rest of that. But one thing that actually amazed me more about the whole thing that went on in camp, apart the drillings and the things that happened, is the fact that I was exposed to a dream that I've actually long time desired to always achieve in my life. I never knew anything about SAED, but I got to camp, we talked about SAED and what SAED, and I discovered it's an entrepreneurship scheme. Then I discovered there's something in part of the entrepreneurship scheme, photography and cinematography. It was a maze for me because I actually study mass comm because I want to get exposed to these things. But unfortunately, you know, they don't get deep to all these things for us in school. But coming down to camp exposed me to a brother, my trainer then in camp, and that's Obaru. And I quickly grabbed the opportunity, and this is a big opportunity for me. This is one thing I had wanted to learn for the past 5 years. But due to a lot of things, schools, time, and money too, I was unable to learn this. I always loved to be a cinematographer. But knowing Obaro at the camp actually exposed me to this, and I quickly grabbed the opportunity. But since that time that I've been here, I'll tell you, my first video, I've covered wedding with him. I've handled event on my own under him. The last batch A passing out, I covered the whole event on my own. It was amazing. And I love it so much. One thing I just love is that NYSC is doing this to me. NYSC is doing this to me. It's a big thing to me. I want to say big thank you to NYSC bringing Obaro to my way, because if not for them, Obaro wouldn't have been a trainer at the camp. And I wouldn't have got to meet him to learn all these things. I'm already a photographer. I'm already handling video editing. I've done video editing for some of my colleagues, and it's amazing for me.
That was exciting to watch. Keep it up, Obaro. And to all core members out there making a difference, keep the flag flying. We move on to ex-core member Appel Michael Oko, an indigene of Benue State who served in Anambra State and was offered automatic employment by the government of Anambra State for his selfless service to his host community during his service here. Appel's commitment to educational development in the state was evident in the numerous community development projects he executed in his place of primary assignment, Community Secondary School, Oka. Let us meet Appel.
My name is Appel Michael Oko. I am from Benue State. I served in Community Secondary School, Amobia. I did many projects, among which is the best is the borehole which I drilled in Community Secondary School as one of the major needs of the community. When I came to the school, it was really a nice place. The people were wonderful, the community were wonderful. But I discovered that there were necessary needs of the community that were lacking. I came to a place where the people themselves are good, but the students are having challenges of their practical works. Even the domestic needs of the school community and even the community at large were not met because there were no water in the school. You could see a student looking for water to drink, going down to the town to get water. Some bring water from the town, some get water in the bottle from home. When it finishes, they have no option than they have to go back to the town and get water. I saw it as a major need. The staff themselves, when they teach, they cannot actually wash their hand unless they buy pure water. So there are many challenges to it. Even the security himself that is living in the school compound, having challenges of water to take his bath, cook and other things. So I saw it a necessity and I started the journey. It was really a motivation in my mind. I never saw the possibility, but I had the vision in my mind that with God it's going to be possible. I organized music seminar, I organized student conference where there were a quiz competition, maths, English. There were also debate, which my school came first. In the mathematics competition, they came first in the debate and came second. And also I visited a prison and other projects. But I missed that this very borehole was the central point.
After Michael is a core member that served the school. He has passed out. But during his tenure, he was very useful to the school. He attracted, just like I've said before, he attracted the powers that be in the community to construct a borehole for the school that is serving us now. He has also led students in competitions and debates and has won prizes. This same core member, because of his contributions to the school and maybe to the community in general, was offered automatic employment by the governor, Chief Dr. Willie Obiano, Akpoko Global. So he's now a staff of the school.
After my service here, I engaged into teaching in a primary school, a private primary school. I was teaching for just a period of time to gather one or two things. So around August, I received a message that there will be an award at Ekweme Square, and I am going to be one of those that will be awarded. We went there, but it happened that it were only 2 of us that were given the award, and I became the best copper of the year.
In 1978, I was best copper in Benue State. Wow! And I was given a national award for being the best copper in Benue State. Today, the Benue State man is also earning the state award in Anambra State. Congratulations.
I was awarded the best copper of the year. We were given laptop, a sum of 200,000, and then I was also given this very appointment by the state government.
This borehole has rendered a great help to our students, to us who is students. So we make this borehole, we drink from it. It makes it easier for us to flush our toilets, to make our toilet to be neat. We use it to clean as in more of our classes, our classrooms and others. And this has inspired me that when I'm going to serve my father's land, I'm going to do better than this.
I want to use this opportunity to pray for Mr. Ape Michael for what he has done in our school, and we pray that the God Almighty will continue to bless him in everything he lay his hand on, in Jesus' name.
And I was very, very happy, because if he didn't think about doing that borehole, there will be a little problem in this school because there's no water around here.
The borehole project is very nice, very good, especially to the students and the teachers.
I must say that as far as NYSC is concerned, NYSC has come to build the youth. NYSC have come to develop the community. NYSC have come to contribute to the needs of the people. I must confess that NYSC is the greatest platform I've ever seen. Why am I saying this? We went to the school, we were trained to become somebody. Now the NYSC saw this, that if we have actually gone to the school and we have been made, there is a need for us to go into the community, different communities, to actually inspire and also bring that which we have been inculcated and that which we have learned. NYSC made it possible for core members to go down there and give it their impact. And I want to say that if not for NYSC, this school wouldn't have gotten this water. So it was a platform, it's like a foundation, and we have come to build on it. And I really appreciate NYSC, and I always encourage every graduate to go for this program, because some persons will say the NYSC there is no need because their eyes and their minds is focused on the finances. But actually, it's not just the money, but it's about the impact. And when the impact is made, if it becomes where God will bless you, it will become your dreams actualization. Nigeria, we serve.
On today's episode, we have seen the contributions of core members in healthcare, education, and the creative sectors of the Nigerian economy. This is a reflection of the wider impact of the National Youth Service Corps in national integration and in the overall national development efforts. This is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. Thank you for staying with us. We would love to hear from you. Kindly write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and on my honor, we would write back. Remember, the safety of core members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Okwogu. Stay safe. Resumption of orientation program. Sequel to the announcement by the Honorable Minister for Youth and Sports, Mr. Sunday Dari, on the resumption of orientation course, management of the NYSC wishes to announce that the program shall commence across the 37 orientation camps of the scheme nationwide on Tuesday, 10 November 2020. Management urges all prospective corps members to adhere strictly to the COVID-19 protocols while in camp in order to have a hitch-free orientation course. Thank you.